Welcome back to this Guild Wars Let's Play. Your Sambo, Seraphis heals a lot, and joining us, as always, is the woman with the... What? Hey, wait, what? What? How come when Regina J. Lacerda stands to attention, all of our party stand to attention? What are they doing? They're standing to attention over and over again. What the heck? Yet when I do anything, they completely ignore me. Why are they just following you around and doing what you command, and they're completely ignoring me? But anyway, welcome, Regina J. Lacerda.
Good, thanks. How are you, Sambo?
I'm good, leader of the party. What is going on? What are they doing? They look like they're... Oh, do you know what it looks like they're doing?
They're standing to attention multiple times.
Yeah, but I'm actually going to provide some patented Sambo sound effects here. Here's what I think they're doing. Hang on. Oh no, you have to stand at attention again, because when I do it, they ignore me. I reckon it's all because of Stefan, but anyway. Can you stand to attention one more time? Here we go. All right, here's what I reckon they're doing. It looks like it, doesn't it? It looks like that's what they're doing. But anyway, we'll move right on from there. Our apologies, folks. Welcome to this already disturbing episode.
Oh, you never grow out of toilet humour.
Oh, toilet humour. Drag it down to the lowest common denominator, because that's where I live. Welcome to this episode, folks. Thank you for joining us. And of course, if you joined us in the last episode, you'll remember that we finished up here. Let's have a look in the map. We're in the Traveller's Vale, actually, is where we are. And there you go. You can see our ant trail. You can see where we've already come out of Yak's Bend. We've probably gone the long way around there. We must investigate that back passage one day. Okay, that sounded a bit wrong as well. Okay, this episode is not going well so far, is it? But we'll plow on through as normal. What I meant was, you can see there on the mini-map, hopefully you can see that on the YouTube video, that Yak's Bend has a rear entry. No, it has an alternate exit point to it that we possibly could have traversed in order to get into Traveller's Vale here, but we took the long way around. Oh dear, this is not going well. What we're doing now, you can see on the map here, is we're on our way to the Ironhorse Mine. If I look in our log, Reggie, you'll have a quest called Minar's Trouble, and of course we picked that up off that guy over there, the big dwarf, because we've got to go and rescue some of his mates out of the Ironhorse Mine. Now you might also remember that that's kind of handy for me, because unlike Reggie, we've already done her class quest, but I've still got a class quest in my log here called the Wayward Monk, and we have to help Cynn find Mhenlo in the Ironhorse Mine. Now, I was thinking about this one, Reggie. I'm not sure, shouldn't we have Cynn with us? Oh, actually, she might appear in the next zone. You can see behind us, folks, we've got an instance portal there. I reckon she might be waiting on the other side of that portal for us, perhaps, because that would make sense, wouldn't it? Because normally the NPCs
Well, there's only one way to find out, Sambo.
Yes, I know, you want to get going, and we will, but I just wanted to mention a couple of things before we head off. And firstly,
of course,
something we didn't notice in the last episode, folks, and that is, oh my lord, look at your bow, Reggie. What the heck? That's amazing. You've changed bows on us again. You're such a fashionista. You can't go one episode without changing something, whether it's your mini pet or a weapon, flaunting all your weapons there. That's an outstanding looking bow. What's the name of that? Just so
it's very pretty.
Very pretty. If someone wanted to get that.
It's actually called...
Yeah? What's it called?
It's called Johan's Longbow. And it's a green... which means green. It's basically sort of only obtainable once you finish the campaign.
Whoa. Okay, so I'm not even going to bother asking how on earth that came to be in your possession, because you seem to be a magnet for awesome, pretty shinies, and somehow they always end up in your hands.
Well, let me just say this. I haven't finished the campaign yet. I somehow... I don't know how.
Oh my lord. Somehow, I think it's another one of those immaculate conceptions that suddenly appeared in your hand. I've got a sneaking suspicion that one of our naughty viewers have happened to pass that along your way. But anyway, we'll wait and see. The truth
Ask
will
no
come out.
secrets, I'll tell you no lies.
Yeah, exactly right. That'd be about the short of it. I think that's been given to you by one of our viewers, but we'll leave it at that. If you happen to be a viewer that happened to have had a green Johann's longbow that happens to have ended up in the hands of Reggie's, then please let us know in the comments below, because that's very generous of you. Speaking of generous people, by the way, Reggie, and I'm not talking about you or me. I'm talking.
No, I didn't think you would.
I'm talking about our dear friend and sometimes co-host. Can you have a guess who I'm thinking about? Somebody who hails from Holland, who has got us out of more than one pickle on more than one occasion. Have a guess who I'm talking about.
Would you be talking about the dear Ultra-Renault?
Ultra-Renault indeed. And a big hello to you, Ultra-Renault, if you're watching this episode. I did want to mention this on film, and I hope it doesn't embarrass you, because I don't know if you guys, got away from Reggie. I don't know if you guys noticed, but recently I ran into a little bit of trouble with my good friends Square Enix, because I put up an announcement video on my channel that just so happened to contain a cutscene from the beginning of Final Fantasy XIV. And just because of the way things are set up, whenever you include that particular cutscene in a video, it's not just me, a number of other Let's Players have been caught out by this. The auto detection software in YouTube sends off all sorts of alerts, and the content actually gets globally blocked. So I had...
What?
Yeah, I know. So it was a bit of a pain. My announcement video, which at the end of the day was just pushing people towards the game and pushing people towards their official website announcement, because you all know I'm a massive fan.
So wait a minute. Can I just clarify one thing, Sambo? The amount of content from Final Fantasy XIV that you've put up as Let's Play, as sort of tutorial, and as encouraging people to maybe give the game a go.
Yep.
That's fine, but if you put a tiny bit from their intro?
Yep, they block it. Now, here's the weird thing. I know, it sounds a bit bizarre. Now, at first cut, you'd think, okay, that's automatic, and they're protecting their material. Now, I understand that, and I want to clarify this to our viewers as well. I'm absolutely not... I put up a little bit of a complainy, whingy, moany video, by the way, because I'm not happy about it. I absolutely respect copyright in every shape or form, and in fact in a previous life my income depended on it, in fact, and I'm not lying, you know this for a fact, Reggie. In real life I actually am fairly against copying any form of copyrighted material. I purchase my games, I purchase my movies and DVDs.
Absolutely.
Yep. And I personally believe that's the right thing to do. I understand if other people don't, that's okay, each to their own, but I personally like to uphold copyright law, and I'm very respectful of it. Now, the thing is that, we do these Let's Play series, and technically speaking, we are using copyrighted material, but of course, we're basically providing reviews, which is part of the fair use law, and not only that, of course, I like to think that we're promoting the game on behalf of the developers. So, Well,
that's absolutely, because how many comments have you seen of, you've gotten me back into the Guild Wars, or you've encouraged me to go out and buy a copy of it?
Yeah, absolutely.
I've seen that comment more than once.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, if you, I did a search on the weekend of how many times that's actually been said. Now, I can't verify, of course, whether all of those people did go out and buy it, but it was, I've just forgotten the number, but it was over 100. And that to me says a lot. So at the end of the day, we are promoting these games for the developers and producers and the distributors of the game. So I like to think we're doing the right thing, and we're absolutely not trying to skip any copyright laws. However, point is that automatically gets flagged, and that's okay, and it puts a global content block on my channel. What that means, unfortunately, by the rules of YouTube, is that if I have a strike like that of a global nature against my channel, it means that they automatically pull the ability for me to upload videos longer than 15 minutes. So all of my normal extended privileges are revoked immediately. So that happened. And that happened right in the middle of me uploading that day's content, which got rejected. And of course that means that I wasted a whole lot of my internet cap as well. Anyhow, the point is that I then disputed it and contacted Square Enix. fully expecting them to say, "Oh, look, no, that's okay. We'll revoke that because it was just an automated thing," and they didn't, and that really annoyed me. And so the end result was I actually had to delete. I had to delete that video, that content, and otherwise I'd be locked at 15 minutes. Now, in the meantime, getting back to our story, this is where ArenaNet comes in. ArenaNet contacted me immediately by personal message in YouTube, and immediately, and by immediately I mean within minutes of my complaint video going up, he said, "Sambo, I'm very sorry that that's happened to you. If you've got content that needs to go up today, I, ArenaNet, will offer you my services, and what we can do is that I'll upload the files and we'll put a link to them on my site, on his channel, from my Sambonz channel. So in other words, people could still watch my episodes if there was going to be any risk of them not going up on time. He offered to do that out of his own kindness, using his bandwidth.
Wow.
And I just wanted to say in public, ArenaNet, you're an absolute scholar and a gentleman. That is a very, very generous offer, which in the end we didn't have to take advantage of because, of course, I deleted the offending video and got my extended upload time limit back. But the point is that this is what the YouTube community, the Let's Play community, and of course the gaming and MMO community is all about. It's about stepping up, and just like last episode, Reggie, we spoke about the Pink Day in LA. That's all about people taking time out of their busy schedules for a worthy cause. Alt, you did exactly that. You stepped up to the plate, looking after a fellow Let's Player, coming to my rescue and offering me a solution without any concern of what impacts it might have to you. And I just wanted to say a great big thank you very much, mate, because that is very generous, and I like to think that that is absolutely within the spirit of what we're trying to achieve here. So hats off to you, my friend. That was really, really awesome. That's exactly the sort of behaviour I love to see in the community. Don't you agree, Reggie? What a lovely gentleman. What a great offer.
That's so nice. That's fantastic. It warms your heart to hear a story like that.
Exactly right.
Because, I mean, how many times do you hear stories, where sort of someone's been ripped off or sort of had, had something just,
something
bad
bad happen.
And, and just, someone for no reason other than just wanting to see the wrong righted.
Yep.
They step up.
Yep, absolutely. And again, at cost to themselves and with basically disregard to any impacts it might have on them, and they're just wanting to do the right thing. So Alt, thank you once again. And let that be hopefully a model behaviour for everybody in this community, because that's what we like to see. Anyhow, that's enough. I'll get off my high horse now. And by the way, speaking of Alt, if you're out there, we would absolutely love to see you in a future episode. And I dare say, Reggie, if I look at our map here, we've got that Ballless Pass mission flashing away at us there, tempting. I reckon that we'll probably need Alt's help for that. So should we put a call out to him and say, help us? Come and help us. We'll probably need his help.
Well, actually, I've been thinking that we need to put a call out for help to him anyway, because if you looking at your map, you can see Nolani Academy.
Yeah.
We haven't got the bonus.
Oh, now, my lord, we've only got one sword through that. Good spotting. Completely forgot about that.
Now, I've actually... Not that I'm sort of trying to read ahead in the storyline, but I have had a very quick look at the wiki.
Yes.
And I remember in an episode you were talking about a heap of ghosts in that area where there was all those little flaming monument things.
Yes.
And you were like, why aren't these ghosts here?
Yeah. Why weren't they there?
We made even to do the bonus, we may need. Just to invite someone along.
Oh, so you're saying that... Oh, so they appear in the bonus part. Okay, all right, that makes a lot of sense.
I believe they could.
All
I
right.
didn't read the whole thing, in great depth. I thought I'll just have a quick peek just to sort of,
No, look, I'm really glad
keep the
that you did.
curiosity at bay.
No, that's good. That's good because I thought I was going potty. I think, oh my God, maybe those ghosts weren't there. Maybe they're a figment of my imagination. Well, thanks, Reggie. But all right, that's good to know. So there you go, Alt. I know that you're always around, and we'll definitely, hopefully, lean on you to help us through the bonus mission there, and perhaps the Ballless Pass mission itself as well. Anyhow, in the meantime, Reggie, I guess it's time for us to head off out into the great unknown. Behind us there's a portal saying, come through me. Let's do it. What have we got? The Wayward Monk, and we've got Minar's Trouble. Off to the Ironhorse Mine we go, I think. So this is interesting. Oh, look at that. It's got its own loading screen. Ironhorse Mine. Now, I honestly... Oh, there she is. There she is.
Look who's with us.
It's Cynn. Hello, Cynn.
We better have a chat to her.
All right, there we go. I talk tough, but I have no time for idle chatter. All right, so she's not interested in any conversation whatsoever. She just wants to get... All right, now, hang on. I've got... You won't see this, Reggie, but I've got a pip, and it's very close, and it's just up here. I've just drawn it on the mini-map. So round about there.
Well, it could be, seeing as the mission that you're doing, the quest that you're doing, and the quest that we both have is in Ironhorse Mine. I'm assuming that we're heading in the same direction, even though I don't have your quest.
Good point. Good point. Oh, now will you look at this? I remember this. Look at this. We've got a mob on a mount. Look at that, folks. How awesome is that?
Oh.
We've got...
And he hits hard.
Yep, real hard. I'm just going to step back and heal this. This is epic stuff. Look at him on the top of his mount there. That is the stuff... That's the stuff from movies.
I'm going to use my new spell on him. Look at this.
What's the new spell?
My new spell is called Well of Blood.
Oh, yes,
now,
you told us about this.
Standing near... So I have... I can cast it on basically the remains of any fallen mob, if there is remains.
Yep.
And it actually creates a healing field, so any allies who are standing in that area will get healed.
That is fantastic. What an absolutely useful skill that is. And look at the...
because getting healed in this party is a pretty
Hush
rare
you.
thing.
Hush. I have also noticed, apart from the fact that this area just looks stellar with its mobs, look at that. That's just amazing. He's riding on the back of whatever the heck that thing is. It says he's a Summit Beastmaster, so we'll just assume that that's called a beast of some description. There it is up close. That's so well done. But how cool is this zone? It's just, look at the snow. It's just fantastic.
I know, I'm actually sitting here squinting, trying to get better visibility.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's almost like it fools the eye into, think you can see through the snow if you try hard enough.
Yep, it's absolutely amazing. And, we've lost someone already. Now I've got to go res him. Oh, no, he's up already. Good stuff. But what I love about this area, again, is it's got such a unique look and feel. And, of course, it's just... It just nails that whole feeling of what it's like to be in the snow. You've got the snow hanging off the trees. You've got that really dense, sort of fluffy snowflakes hovering around. It's just, I just love it. It's amazing. It's like a winter wonderland. Cave. Oh, and look at this cave. It's gone all dark. Now, just by the by, hopefully this cave twists around, because right now we've actually run past where my quest marker is, and we're running further away from it. So hopefully it twists back around.
I've actually got a pip that's in front of us.
Okay, so they must be different, or this cave twists around. Not sure. But how cool is the lighting effects in here? The fact that it goes all dark and dingy in here, and it just feels amazing. I just love this game. It's a constant surprise, and folks, if you're watching from home and you haven't seen all this before, you're in for a real treat. There we go. That's our quest mark there too, by the way. Minar's Trouble. Find him in the Ironhorse Mine. It's way ahead of you, he says. Escort Minar back to the Traveller's Vale. So you can see there on our map we've got to take him all the way back through the portal, by the looks of things, I'd say, by the way.
Well, it's not that far and the mobs should be clear, so should we quickly run him to the portal?
Yeah, I think we should. And
Or
just
do you want to continue on to Ironhorse Mine?
Well, we're kind of in the mine and it's come to a dead end, but again, folks, look at that. I mean, the thing about Guild Wars is it will surprise you with its views. I mean, this looks very much like, if you've ever played Lord of the Rings online, that could be a scene from that game there, the sort of underground, oh gosh, I can't remember, Moria, that's right, Moria. All the underground dwarven stuff looks very much like that, but it's so well done, isn't it? It's fantastic. Now, yeah, if I look on my map, if I select the Wayward Monk, which is our quest that we've got here, we actually passed that already.
Okay.
I don't think it's this way. It's actually back this way, but we can kill these mobs here if you wish.
Well, that's right.
You want some XP?
Oh.
No? It's up to you.
Yeah, a little bit of bashing.
Yeah, why not? Why the heck not? And this looks like it's another way out of the caves anyway. Although it is further away from where I need to go.
Well, I'm happy to follow your pip.
Alright, well,
Pip.
I'm just going to take a sneak peek around here, see where this ends up. Oh, look, no, actually, that's going to go a long way. Can you see on the map? It goes directly south of us. That's quite a long tramp, I think, and it's definitely not the way we need to go. But we're going to hopefully end up coming through here eventually, because I love this is a really cool area, because it's a big long stretch that comes out at another area, and it's a big long area, all underground in the mines. You kind of traverse a big part of the zone underground. It's really cool. I love it. But no, somehow we went past my quest area, and I couldn't exactly see where it was, but we'll go back. And of course we have to go back this way anyway, don't we, to escort our dwarven mate.
We do, yep.
And there we go, look at that, the lighting changes as we go back into the outside world.
Dwarven mate. You sound so Aussie saying that.
Yeah. Me mate, me dwarven mate. Alright, so yeah, look, I can see...
Now you sound Irish.
Yeah, well, he's Irish now, alright, whatever. I'm going to drop a ping right now, right there. That is exactly on top of the marker for the quest, okay? Right there. So
okay, well, I can
it.
see over where you've just pinged is Mhenlo.
Oh, so we completely missed him. There he is.
Yeah.
Whoops. Well, he was kind of
keeping your eyes open.
Tucked behind
I
here.
suppose he's camouflaged in his snowy white outfit there.
Alright, I'm going to accept this, because I hope Cynn did not cause you too much trouble. She sometimes has a problem understanding where she ends and the next person begins. That's an interesting way of putting it, isn't it? Anyway, we do have business here, but it's nothing you should be concerned with. I thank you for your trouble, friend, but as you can see, I'm in no danger. That's very interesting. Now, I've got a new skill that's come up here, so I'm going to run it by you, Reggie.
Nice.
Here we go. It's an enchantment spell, and for 30 seconds, each time that ally attacks or casts a spell, that ally is healed for 15 health. Now, that's very powerful. That's very cool. It's... That
does actually sound quite good.
It's got...
Wouldn't help you out, but, you know.
No, but it would help you, though.
Who cares about that? Yeah.
Well, it says that it's got basically 5... It costs 5 energy to use.
That's not much.
No, and it's got a 4-second recast, and it takes only 1/4 of a second to activate. That's actually pretty good, though. That's pretty good,
yeah.
Would you mind if I actually got rid of one of my... I'm going to get rid of my Symbol of Wrath, which is a offensive ability, and basically it's when any of my foes are right next to me is the only time I can use it. So I'm actually going to get rid of that, because I don't want any foes next to me. So I'm going to absolutely equip this new one. There we go. Now I've got another spell come up here. It's Divine Boon. It's also an enchantment spell. This one actually... Yeah, okay, this one actually drops my regen by -1. So it's not just a cost, it's a constant ongoing -1 debuff to my energy regeneration. So I'm not too happy about that. Okay. But anyway, I'll read it out to you. And it says, while you maintain this enchantment, whenever I cast a protection prayer or a divine favor spell that targets you, Reggie, you're healed for 27 health. Now, I don't like that, because all of my other heals are in the order of 80, 60. So I'm going to ignore that one. I think I don't know why you'd equip that one. Doesn't sound very good to me. Right, so we'll equip that later.
No.
And then one more here. We've got a hex spell, which is interesting. It's actually, even though it's a hex, it's still a monk spell. For 8 seconds, the target foe cannot attack. Ooh. This effect ends, but this effect ends if the target takes damage. Now that could be very good because it's basically locking down a target. Very expensive, 10 energy, which is a quarter of my energy. It actually takes 2 seconds to cast, very long, and it's got a very long recast, which is 30 seconds. Don't know that that's going to be. I think it'll be useful once we know what we're doing, and once we all knew how to leave a mob alone. But I reckon if I cast that on a mob, one of our henchies or something will attack it and end its effect. So I don't think it's worth the big cost, personally.
Yeah, no, it doesn't sort of sound for what you'd gain out of it.
No. Later on, when we know what we're doing and we're in very specific parties, yes, but not for now. All right, so I'm now going to test this new spell. So I'm going to target you, and here we go. This is called Vigorous Spirit Enchantment Spell. For 30 seconds, each time the ally attacks or casts a spell, you're healed for 15 health. So it's not going to do any good to you now because you're not attacking, but...
Ooh.
There you go, and look,
That's
already...
a pretty cool cast, though.
It's a cool cast, and that's how fast I can recast it, and again. So, and it's not using much energy, so that's going to actually be very handy. Alright, so, that is it. I'm done for my class quests. All I've got is Minar's Trouble and the Silver Peak Straggler. So, shall we carry on with this quest that we're on? Minar's one, the dwarf, and I'll follow you.
I think that could be a good idea, sir.
Alright, and I guess we've got to get him to the portal, I suppose. Unless we have to, I mean, maybe we have to take him through as well. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, we shouldn't have too much trouble getting back to the portal because we, kind of cleared out all the mobs.
Yeah, and we're still in the same instance.
I like things like that where you get to clear it out and then
come back.
Run back.
Oh, yes, I like that too. Gives us a good opportunity to have a good gawk at the landscape as well. But once again, folks, seriously, if you're not playing this game, I highly recommend, if you're an MMO fan, especially a casual MMO fan, if you're busy like the rest of us, Guild Wars is absolutely ideal for you. It's super cheap. You know what, Reggie, I was in EB Games today, which, by the way, if you're watching from the US, is the equivalent to your GameStop. It's owned by the same folk. Eye of the North at the moment is a whole $8 Australian. There you go. So... I mean, it's super cheap. And don't forget, folks...
Jeez, you'd have to think twice before buying that.
Well, yeah, I mean, as if. And remember, there's no subscription fee, something that I know Reggie likes very much. There we go. All right, let's accept this quest. There we go, 500 XP. And looks like he's got something else for us. There we go. Rangil Ironbow. Before he left, Mhenlo told me about something he overheard while he was a prisoner. The guards seemed very excited about the arrival of someone called Darkwhip. Well, that's an interesting name. It seems to me he was bringing plans for some great new war machine they mean to use against all the humans ranging around the mountains these days. I think you ought to head back. Oh no! Head back into the Ironhorse Mine, find Darkwhip, and steal those plans. So let's accept that. Have a look on the map. Oh, this one could be deep into the mines, Reggie. This one could be very deep into the mines.
Could be.
Well, actually, look, we've only got a minute left, but if you don't mind, we'll just portal through here, and let's see. Sure. Let's see where the asterisk actually lands on the map. Here we go. Oh yes, look at that. So you can see it's through that long underground pass that we were having a look at, isn't it? It's on the other side.
Well, it is definitely further through than we've been already.
Yeah, all right. So that looks to me like it's probably going to have to wait until our next episode, unfortunately. But that's okay. It's all right. It gives us something to look forward to. Well, there we go. That was fun. I'm really looking forward to going through the mines, though, because I love... look, if you've watched any of my other Let's Plays, you'll know I always get really excited about going into dungeons. I love dungeons. Reggie, you know what? This is a question I've been meaning to ask you for ages, as she sends her henchies away. And I've actually had it asked of me as well, and I keep forgetting to pass this on. Myself and a number of our viewers, and especially a number of your fans, I'd imagine, don't know why they don't ask you directly, want to know if you were ever a D&D player from the old days. There you go, good old pen and paper D&D. Was that you?
I played a little bit. Like, I was never really into it. I've sort of played probably half a dozen games at most.
Right, okay. So it was just something you dabbled in. You weren't a big player. So, all right, so that's interesting too, because obviously...
But there was a D&D board game that I also played at one point.
Okay, all right. Well, that was the other thing, because what I think people are trying to sort of get an understanding of what your gaming heritage is like. And I know we've spoken about the first games we've ever played and all the rest of it, but specifically sort of talking about the RPG/MMO thing, because everybody's got a different story about which game got them into role-playing games, and whether they came from pen and paper, of course, which you obviously didn't, and also about which was your first MMO. But in terms of RPGs or role-playing games, do you know what? I'm just going to say something here. A lot of people I know, for some reason, their first role-playing game they ever played was Dungeon Siege 1. I don't know why, because for sort of my friends, the role-playing games they used to play were more sort of Diablo 1, those sort of type things. But did you ever play Dungeon Siege?
I did.
Oh, there you go.
I was a big Dungeon Siege, big Dungeon Siege 1 player.
Oh, right, Dungeon Siege 1. Yeah, I didn't quite get Dungeon Siege 2. I played it for a bit, but I don't know, there was something different about it.
Look, I finished Dungeon Siege 1. I actually sort of did it start. I had multiple goes of it, but I did actually go from start to finish in a week.
Holy cow. Okay, so you...
It was just because of... because a situation was happening at the time, sort of basically medically I was housebound for a week, and there was nothing sort of wrong with me to the point that I couldn't sit at a computer and play a game, but I basically wasn't able to leave the house or do much of anything else.
So Dungeon Siege to the rescue.
Siege, it was my saviour, yeah. So I actually played it from start to finish, and I found all sorts of secret parts and little rooms that I hadn't found previously.
Wow.
Like, if anyone has played Dungeon Siege 1, the purple pimp hat.
Oh, no, I don't know that.
I loved that. It was right near the end when it sort of gets a bit steampunk looking.
Yep.
There was a secret room. You had to hit an exit at one point of the game and actually come right back and go into the secret room, and it's like this disco. And you get this purple pimp hat, which just gives you this amazing, like just goes right to your abilities.
Whoa.
From what they had been, and
that's awesome.
And of course, then I took that hat with me to other characters, and it was all quite fun.
Well, it sounds like you speak of it with great fondness, and I mean, I love that game as well. It was again one of those games I think that sort of allowed traditionally non-gamers to actually, easily get into an RPG. And sort of start getting hooked into the whole role-playing game thing. Like I said, that's a very common response for people is Dungeon Siege 1. So I think that DS1's got a lot to answer for. But quickly before we go, because I know...
DS2 has a lot to answer for as well. I played that game through and did not get it.
Yeah, same here. And with all due respect to the developers, Dungeon Siege 3, I downloaded the demo on Steam recently, and all I've got to say is, what the hell? That's not a Dungeon Siege. I don't know what that is.
I haven't been bothered.
No, don't. I'm sad to say, don't. It's nothing like any of the other ones. But before we go, so what was your first MMO then? Was it Guild Wars?
I did have a World of Warcraft account not long after it was released.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that. There you go, folks. We're learning all sorts of stuff about our Reggie here tonight. There you go.
But when I said I had an account, I opened it under a 1 month free trial, and I think I logged into a grand total of 2 times in that month.
Right. Well, we know that for whatever reason the game didn't exactly grab you, but obviously, do you remember the first time you ever played Guild Wars?
I do. I remember because I actually queued up. I saw a lot of information about the game, and I sort of saw previews of it, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to get this game and I'm going to give it a try. And I was at the midnight launch for it.
There you go.
And and I got it, and I installed it, and then I remembered it being 6 o'clock in the morning going, I've got to go to work now, get ready for work, because in that time I was actually in a job that I started work at 7 o'clock in the morning, so I had to leave my house at 6:15.
Oh my lord. Oh my lord.
and then I think I finished work that day at 3, and by 4 o'clock I was back on it.
Oh good lord. You know what? I think some people would listen to you there and go, "Oh my goodness, what a nutter." But I bet we've all been there for one game or another.
I'm sure there's many people who hear that and be like, "Yep,
I've done that." And
that sounds familiar.
In fact, you know what? That's perfect. That's our question for the week. We'd love to hear your stories. You guys at home, please leave them in the comments below. Tell us about your crazy gaming session, because come on, we know you've had one. We know it. You're not a gamer unless you've had an all-out, balls-to-the-wall gaming session where all of a sudden you look up and it's either daylight or you're already late for work or something crazy has happened. So tell us what game it was and what hours you played for, because you know what? Even though they're crazy times...
It doesn't even have to be an MMO, though.
No.
I remember sitting up, till... and multiple nights sitting up trying to serial cable computers together to play Doom.
Oh, good lord.
To get 4-player Doom going.
Oh, don't even talk to me about that. I know exactly what you mean.
And that would be an all-night thing.
Oh, yeah. Because it's, of course, especially back then, it was so groundbreaking, to have 4 people running around in true 3D, shooting each other with the rockets. I mean, I've got so many fond memories of that.
But it was so hard to get it working.
Oh gosh, yeah, I remember that. And you're right with the serial cables. Oh, it was classic. So there you go, folks. Please share your horror story. Well, it's not really a horror story, but your nightmare time of, oh my God, look at the time. I'm sure you've got one. And like Reggie says, whether it's an MMO or anything else, do you know what would be funny? You've just made me think of something. Just for one episode only, perhaps what we should do one day, Reggie, because of course there's all sorts of ways of doing it these days. We should fire up Doom or Doom 2, and we should do a half-hour or an hour-long special Doom session just for our viewers. What do you reckon?
IDDQD.
I was just going to say that. I remember all those times. You know what? That could be absolutely hilarious. A bit of retro fun.
The no clipping is
IPO.
It's like a really long.
Yeah, IPO
POP.
PD. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I'm not looking that up right now. And in fact, I can't alt tab while I'm recording. So
no.
How's that? I mean, that's.
But I remember actually playing Doom, and like I knew all the cheat codes in Doom, and then I played. Do you remember Heretic?
Oh yes, I remember Heretic.
Yeah, and if you used IDDQD in Heretic, you died.
Yep, that's right. It was like a slap in the face little Easter egg from the same developer. Oh, that was funny. And then, of course, there were a whole bunch of spin-offs. There was Rise of the Triad. There was the one that was the sort of magical version. Oh, was that Rise of the Triad? It was magic instead of guns? Was that
I'm not sure.
I can't remember. There were a whole bunch of copycat games that came out after that, of course. Oh, and of course.
Oh yeah.
Then there was good old Duke Nukem, not the original, but the first 3D Duke Nukem.
What
3D.
about Quake?
Oh, and Quake. Oh God, I was.
I mean, you still here
Quake.
now, based on the Quake engine.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was an absolutely groundbreaking game, and I remember playing that. That's probably one. In fact, if I was to list my games that were
in
crazy
low gravity
sessions,
mode,
yeah, oh my lord! Look, Quake, Diablo 2, Wolfenstein 3D, and Doom. They're all games where I've just, probably sliced years off my life from doing damage to my body by playing for like 20 hours straight or something ridiculous. So anyway, look, all good memories, all good times. Speaking of time, we've gone way over it, but please, folks, do share your great memories of those classic gaming sessions with us, because we'd love to know. And if you're lucky, Reggie and I might crank up an old classic and have a bit of a multiplayer run around just to pay tribute to those days. I reckon that'd be really fun.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah. All right, folks, that's it from us. We've got to get out of here. Sorry about that. Tell your boss it was Reggie's fault. On behalf of myself, Sambo, of course.
Reggie got reminiscing.
Yeah, Reggie got reminiscing. Sambo, and of course, Seraphis heals like the most amazing healer in all of Ascalon. It's us saying take care. Hope you're having a great day wherever in the world you are. Look forward to seeing you next time, and bye-bye.
Bye.